What's up guys, the Strong Boys 19 here. This is going to be a different video of me to talk about what I've been up to from last week. I want to dedicate this video to the fan bases of Black Sabbath and Ozzy Osbourne. If you guys were there during a lot of the time that you shared with your loved ones and your friends at the Black Sabbath bridge, please feel free to share this video. I want to say my thoughts on the fan base as well. I thought I would like to make this video because it is a week today since we lost Ozzy Osbourne at the age of 76. This idea had been in my head for pretty much 2 days while I was continuing my commemorating my dedication to Ozzy. So let's begin. After I did my 41-minute video of my tribute to Ozzy Osbourne and with a few re-editing, I took my time to look at social media for a bit and looked at the people placing their wonderful gifts of notes and flowers to the location where Mr. Mural's art took place, and in Broad Street where the Black Sabbath bench was located. I thought, do you know what? That is my mission. I want to participate, I want to join in along with the others. So after I made the video, less than an hour later, I decided to get dressed, go on train and purchase flowers. I purchased the flowers that cost me 15 quid when I bought them at a Tesco Express, and as soon as I walked out from Tesco Express, I took a pretty fast-paced walk to Broad Street. There were loads of other people there before me, but I thought the timing was right. I didn't need to be there too early or too late. I just decided to arrive when the time was right. And when I got there with the flowers, I could not believe that I was there to see not only the sight of the flowers and tons of the other stuff placed on the bench, but many people all over it. It was a wonderful, wonderful sight for me to witness all of this in front of my eyes. I did decide to say to the Prince of Darkness when I placed the flowers. Over time, while I stayed there for over 3.5 hours, and besides to get to know some of the fans and to be there for the moment, sharing my silence, staring at the flowers and everything else, some of the news publications and reporters were there. The Daily Express, a newspaper company, to ITV News. It was a very, very sweet and heartfelt time. We were there to commemorate and share our tribute to Ozzy Osbourne. But when I really thought about the fan base, after I left, that really got me thinking about the fan base so much more than I realized, because I love many different bands, as you know. I love many kinds of music. When it comes to the fans of both Ozzy and Black Sabbath, I'm going to say this right now. They have been the best fan bases. I have felt so much of the respect and the gratitude. You guys know that Slipknot are my favourite band of all time. But when it comes to this band and this artist who became some of the later game-changing and pioneering geniuses of popular music history, it made me feel so grateful. Not gonna lie, it really felt so personal. It was moving to see the people shedding their tears, to feel how emotionally deep it was for them. I did shed a few tears on the night when Ozzy passed, as I've mentioned, that I cried to Mama I'm Coming Home, to Dreamer and Changes. But when I was there with all these kinds of people, whether they're wearing the Back to the Beginning shirts, to Ozzy's solo shirts, to Black Sabbath, every single one of them were there for each other. And that is the best part about it. It was a beautiful time that I did decide to go to the same spot again, because I wanted my brother to witness it for himself. And it was lovely. He would have wanted to be there, but when he did see the growth of more gifts, more messages, more flowers, everything continued to grow. I knew it was going to be as much of a phenomenon like with the Back to the Beginning charity event. I feel so lucky to be a part of being one of the fans. The fans have been nothing but amazing, sweet, caring and beautiful people. I did not know them and they didn't know me, but we were there to celebrate. There were lots of laughs and moments of shouting out the lyrics, sharing our stories of our admiration for the band and Ozzy as a whole, and it did not stop. By the way, I want to give a huge thank you to Jack, one of the photographers who took a photograph of me placing the flowers. I messaged him on Instagram because it was incredible. I loved being a part of that special moment. A few days later, I did decide to crank loudly of the volume of Black Sabbath's Asbury Park live recording from the Sabotage Super Deluxe box set. And I thought, just turn it way up, so loudly, so that my ears would be ringing. I was screaming sometimes to feel the adrenaline. The excitement was so real. I joined in with Ozzy on some of the songs, and it was just full of the hype. Black Sabbath's absolute best live performance. Even though there are tons, but when it comes to that recording from the Sabotage box set, in my opinion, that is my favourite live recording of any Black Sabbath show ever. I've played that live recording more than 5 times, so many times before the Back to the Beginning event, and I'm still playing it to this day. The Ozzy Memorial at Victoria Square, it was packed, as you would expect. Not just a ton of us being the Birmingham fans who decided to join in, but again, people from all over the world did decide to go. And I want to give a massive shout out and a thank you, a much love to the organisers, Ash and his other half, for making it happen. It was an experience to never forget. There were reporters from BBC News and the Birmingham Mail. I was there to just be around with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people. And when we decided to go to different places to continue the gathering, I'm not kidding you, it was actually very funny to see this extended, really long line of tons of fans to go to the Ozzy Osbourne exhibition at the Museum and Art Gallery. people were outside of the building. I would have wanted to join in and sign my message on the book of commemorating Ozzy, but I thought the notes I wrote with the flowers was great enough for me. I'm sure Ozzy loved that, but even though it is still a very weird and hard time for us to move forward and to process all of this, I think Ozzy would have wanted us to just listen to the music for his own legacy to be remembered, and we will always do that. I didn't go to the Museum and Art Gallery, but thankfully I did go to the exhibition inside that building, I think a week or close to 2 weeks after the Back to the Beginning. I loved it just as much, really, as the Black Sabbath 50 years exhibition that used to be around in 2019. There were chants of Ozzy, 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 oi, oi, oi. That has been on repeat at any random time. I was smiling away and I was hearing different Black Sabbath songs, like with Changes, The Thrill of It All, Fairies Wear Boots, Hole in the Sky, and some of Ozzy's solo stuff. I did not expect it to be as massive as this. The fans, and to anybody else who idolizes Black Sabbath just as much as me and my brother, and we admired Ozzy, you guys are also very special people, and it must have been such an achievable, once-in-a-lifetime moment for you. I truly feel bad when some people did not have a chance to be there, because they would have wanted to be there. Even some of my friends. Some people from social media were gutted that they didn't have a chance to go. Well, you're in luck, because the Ozzy Memorial was so successful that it's going to happen again on the day that it would be 1 year since Ozzy left the world. The Ozzy Memorial will be taking place at the same location at Victoria Square in Birmingham, even though it is a year from now. But for those who didn't have a chance, I hope you will be there for next year. Throughout the past week that had just gone, that has been the longest amount of time for me to continue my mourning of Ozzy Osbourne and to still listen to Black Sabbath. I have listened to Black Sabbath so intensely still. Right even after when Ozzy passed on, we are very grateful to be here. We are grateful to be around for the music and for each other. I love you guys. It is a moment in our time to treasure, to cherish, and we will never, ever forget this. Let's continue to move forward and to crank up the volume of listening to our heroes, our admired musicians. Both Ozzy and Black Sabbath had been the soundtrack of our lives. That's what it really was. A much love and a thank you to every single one of the fans who were there. I cannot believe that this really did happen, because it was very real, and it's a pleasure. And that's all I would like to say about all of this. Let me know what you guys think of this in the comments down below. If you were there, please feel free to share your admiration of what went down from the past week, and even share your stories. Thank you guys for watching, and I will keep you guys posted for more videos in the near future. Black Sabbath Ozzy Osbourne and Birmingham Forever.